Overtime Elite is the newest name in high-level prep basketball. 'Cause for years, it has all been about high school state championships, AAU tournaments, and summer camp circuits. But Overtime Elite is here to change all that by offering players between the ages of 16 and 19 an opportunity to play for real money. Before they're even draft eligible, they promise to pay players $100,000 as a salary. And now, two of the top prospects in the 2023 NBA draft are from Overtime Elite, in Amen and Azor Thompson. And yes, they are twin brothers. But how good are the players for Overtime Elite really? Because the Thompson brothers are the only two players ranked in the top 100 prospects for the NBA draft. And this is the real reason why. Overtime Elite came in the game fast and furious. The league is backed by people who have very real NBA experience. On their board of directors, they now have Pau Gasol, Carmelo Anthony, and Jay Williams. And the league has raised over $100 million to get itself off the ground. But to be clear, OTE is not in the basketball business. They are in the entertainment business. And that's what happened the moment they started paying the players. Here are two ways to look at it. They are a league made by former prep school basketball stars for the current generation of prep school players. On the flip side, they are now in the entertainment business, working with high school students who happen to be good at playing basketball. And remember, any professional league, which is exactly what OTE has become, is only as good as its players. I have to point out that some OTE players choose to waive their salary. By doing it, they maintain their college basketball eligibility. People choose to join OTE for different reasons. Social media has allowed some players, like Eli Ellis, to build a following. A large one at that, because he has 200,000 followers on IG. But he is still a 3-star basketball recruit on Rivals, and he's not on anybody's draft boards. To keep it a buck with you, most OTE players ain't going to the NBA, but they can still make a few dollars while they still can. We don't know how long they will survive with this model. Remember, they're not in the basketball business, they are in the entertainment business. And OTE did not turn a profit in 2021. And if we're really gonna be honest, basic math will tell you that all the top prospects aren't going to the NBA. In the NBA lottery each year, for the people who do get drafted, 3 or 4 of those players are all-stars. Maybe 3 or 4 of them will become starters. And the other 6 or 7 of them are gonna be bench warmers. And they'll be out of the league within a few years. Nobody outside the NBA can monopolize all of the NBA-ready talent. Overtime Elite got the Thompson brothers and Rob Dillingham to play in their league. All of them were in the top 15 recruits for their class on ESPN. But on OTE's website, they also list all of the top NBA prospects that they have. Some of the players on that list are only 4-star basketball recruits. So if that's true about the best, then what does that say about the rest of the players? In 2023, in the Overtime Elite playoffs, the leading scorer was Jordan Burks. And he is now committed to play for Ole Miss in the SEC. That is college basketball. He was a 4-star recruit, so he didn't have a reason to consider looking towards the NBA because he wasn't going to get drafted. He wasn't in the top 100 prospects. And most OTE players probably aren't ready for even the G League Ignite program. They are just very good high school basketball players who are maybe even destined to play Division I. Getting paid with Overtime Elite can give them some money right now, but it will keep them from playing college basketball in the future. And if they choose to waive the salary and play college basketball afterwards, they could have done that anyway had they played for any high school basketball program around the country. So Overtime Elite is here today, but it is uncertain whether or not they'll be gone tomorrow. It's a nice idea that seemed a lot nicer when there was no NIL for college basketball. And of course, before the G League Ignite program was even invented. But both those things are an option now, and OTE allows players a chance to play in a league made by the players for the players. And that right there might be enough. But the entertainment business couldn't care less about it. They want to see dollar signs, and the more, the better. Overtime Elite is already writing $100,000 checks, but we're going to have to wait and see if the players can cash them in. Because right about now, any player who makes it to the NBA from Overtime Elite didn't really need them to get there anyway.